Welcome to Thinking About Tech, like episode 3.5. We're continuing our Google Hangout talk, and I'm expecting a call from Lucas Gillespie here in a moment. And I wanted to have him invite, so that way you could kind of see what that looked like. I'm on the Google Plus, I guess, tab here of my Google account, and he should be calling momentarily. Of course, the longer it takes for him to call, then obviously this gets slightly awkward. But I'm having him invite me as my Thinking About Tech email, so that might take him a second because I wanted to leave my regular Gmail open because I want to show you one of the great things about Google Hangout is the fact that you also can use like phones or tablets with Google Plus Hangout really easily. It's very easy to do that. And gosh, I can't talk. I'm stuttering because I feel like I'm filling time here. So I've got my phone set aside here, and we might play around with that and talk about how we can do that. So there I got the little like one here over the side. You saw it kind of pop up, and that was my notification that Mr. Lucas Gillespie is inviting me to hang out. So I'm going to click on this and join his Hangout. I'm going to click Hangout. And take him a second to join. Not in your circles. Hey, now you're having me do Hangout on my phone. Nice. I'm recording, by the way, so that's all on. That's perfect.
I haven't turned my music down.
Yeah. No, this is great. I started recording, and I joined on my phone too. We'll save that for later. But I started recording, and then I was like just eating up time, and it was very awkward. And then suddenly you invited me, and then I thought I joined, and so I'm sitting there like, oh, what's happening? And I realized that you weren't in my circle for this email, so it was like join, asking me to do it again. Oh, Lucas Gillespie's added Hangout Toolbox. Nice. I can use that app too. It needs permission. Continue. Now I'm showing them. This is what happens when you need to use an app for the first time. It's asking for access. So I kind of introduced you for a moment. Oh, look, you got your little 2/3, which we
Legit.
or lower third. I said 2/3. Like that would be like the entire screen. Yeah, I was telling about that in the last video.
Free.
Yeah, that would be awesome. So I don't know like how to introduce you. I kind of just mentioned you as like Lucas Gillespie. I don't know if it should be like master of all technology, level 80, educational gamer maybe. But you just basically you're pretty much in charge of instructional technology for all of Pender County. And of course, pretty much everyone's watching the video is going to know that, but I just want to say it just in case it's going on YouTube. So I wanted to get you here. It is going on YouTube, by the way. You're dancing and everything. You could be the next meme.
Dude, I want to be a meme. I want to be like that awkward guy or whatever. The awkward penguin. That's what I want to be.
I haven't seen the awkward penguin yet.
Yeah, socially awkward penguin.
Nah, I feel out of the loop. Though I was watching a episode of Big Bang Theory where they were talking about the meme theory about like gossip and stuff, but that's kind of a side note. So what could you share with us? I kind of talked to him a little bit about the chat, screen share, the Hangout Toolbox. We talked about a little bit, as well as like how to adjust your volume and camera and stuff like that. Is there anything else that you could share that maybe like something that I'm missing? Like I didn't really tell them about how to do a live stream. Do you know a little bit about that or how that would work?
I've never done it. I've participated in them, but I've never set one up and done it myself. I don't think it's very difficult. I think it's a matter of really just probably clicking a button somewhere, and then you're live. I think you probably do have to have a YouTube channel to make that happen. But again, if you have a Google account, you technically have a YouTube account because it's all the same.
Yeah.
So you could do that as well. Other things, tips and things, and one that I'm actually not doing right now is really a lot of times it's a good idea to wear headphones or earbuds and to prevent feedback.
That was good. I didn't talk about it.
Yeah, that's something that, and I was looking in my bag here, but I think I left my earbuds at home. So that's a good idea too. Other things, this platform is really awesome because for collaborative stuff, if you're in two different places, and you don't want to have to drive, especially like a school district like ours. I mean, it's really big and spread out. You can have meetings and really productive meetings where people are sharing things as they are. I think he was either in your meeting last I saw. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love interruptions.
Yeah. So that kind of thing. So the desktop sharing is great. So if I need to walk people through a step by step on how to do something with technology, I know you've been doing that. It's really useful because there's no real video editing or anything like that. It's just you can just create an archive of everything that you do, which is really nice. They've integrated with Google Drive now, so you can work in Google Docs collaboratively while you're actually in this space. That's something I found out recently, which is really cool.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I didn't mention that. That's great, too.
So it's a little, at this point, it seemed a little maybe buggy.
Yeah.
But once we got it set up a couple weeks ago when I was doing one with some folks at 3D Game Lab, and once we got it rolling, I mean, everybody was typing in the same thing, just like you would collaboratively working in a Google Doc, but you also had the video and the chat, all that stuff.
So, what are some other options? We didn't really talk about that in the last video, but like, how do you see, other than meetings, what are some ways that you think this could be used in the classroom?
Well, the idea of using something like video conferencing, like Skype, for example, has been around for a while. Skype's great, but there's some limitations with it too. I tend to like this platform a lot better than Skype for this sort of thing, for video conferencing, because it seems to offer a lot more features, and the fact that it supports multiple people at once having discussions. So in the classroom, you want to bring guest speakers in, or a panel even of guest speakers. You could do multiples at a time and just invite them all into your Hangout and have some discussion. And even that also gives them the option to do things like screen sharing as well. So if there's something on their desktop screen, computer screen, or whatever that they would like to share with your class, they can always switch into that mode and share what they're doing. So I like the conversational nature of it, and the way that it utilizes the multiple video streams at once, and that you can really have a conversation with lots of people at a time.
And you can have it's 10 people, right?
I've never tested the limits, but I think that's right. I think it's 10, but I'm not sure.
I think there was like a stipulation that many couldn't be live streamed though. For some reason, I was thinking 4 in my head. If you're like live streaming it, might be because I was listening to This Week in Tech or something, and they were live streaming like the Apple announcement or something. They can only have 4 people in. I'm not sure exactly, and they may have changed that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, dude. In the things that you and I participated in with the game MOOC and stuff, how many people were in that? Those were live streamed.
Oh, that's right. Well, we had 4. I think we had 4 people with video, though. I think it was only 4 because there were some other people that were in chat, though. I think you can join chat. Like, that's one of the cool features. I think you could do a live stream with like 4 people, and then I think you can actually join and be in this chat interface, which I actually have up over here to the right, so you could ask questions and stuff, but I think that there's only actually 4 that are doing the video feed. I'll have to look into it or whatever, but which that's kind of neat too, the fact that you could almost have like a live class, and if you had students at home or whatever that wanted to tune in, and they could ask questions, a great place for maybe helping with homework, right? I mean, that's some great potential there.
Office hours.
Yeah, that'd be really neat,
If your kids have access, I mean, that's certainly something, a resource you could provide to them.
Yeah, and that kind of brings us to kind of this mobile, and I got my phone here, but one of the things that I really want to do is do virtual field trips, and I thought like how awesome would it be, to actually, for example, my wife's brother, he takes a trip with some students at a college every year to Greece, and be able to do a Google Hangout with him, record it where he's seeing some of these really cool geographical locations and stuff mentioned that I may never even have the chance to go see, and getting those kind of on footage and having him talking about those historical places and bringing that to the classroom. So yeah.
And the app works great. I have it on my phone, and it works fantastic. And I could seriously and I actually did this. I think one day when I was out at your school, we were playing around with it. You could walk down the hall and do live interviews and do like the reporter on the street kind of thing. That would be a cool lesson. have it streamed out, and have students going and interviewing people around your school. As long as they're connected online, they're good to go.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to actually invite myself here. Of course, now watch. It's going to be like this crazy feedback. I'll try to mute my mic as fast as I can just for a second.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can do that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll try it. I mean, what could happen? It'd just be a screeching, blaring noise, right?
Yeah, people go deaf.
As you can see here, you can't even see on the screen. I'm going to open this up here and show, as soon as I open up, it just automatically invites, and it's going to throw me up there, and you're going to hear it.
There you go.
There I am. And you can rotate the camera. You can flip this. There's a little thing here to flip the camera, so I can flip the camera, and then I can be showing. That's like, can that be infinite? Is that like, oh, look at that.
You're on the screen, so like I'm falling into it.
Yeah, I know, exactly. It's awesome. And this is what we talked about, where you can look around, like the room. We show my horrible bookshelf here with some WoW cases there in the back, and this blank wall back here that I desperately need to put something on.
You should decorate that.
I need to. When you're not in your office either, so it looks like we're both in prison, like interviewing each other, which is kind of creepy.
Pretty plain around.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually get rid of the camera feed here. Oh, look, it puts my little avatar up, this stretched bald head. And I'm getting a little feedback, so I'm going to exit out of that, but I just want to kind of show that really quick. I think it's a great feature. It also works on Androids, obviously, because it's Google. Tablets, right? All the Android tablets, the iPad, and this was simply the Google Plus app is what I was using. Is that what you use as well, right, on the iOS device? All right, yeah, great. So I think really it's
a slick app. I mean, it's really nice.
Yeah, it's really good. It kind of puts some iOS stuff to shame, I think, really.
I agree.
I haven't used the map one yet, but I didn't do that. We should have another show where we talk about all the cool apps, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's it. I didn't really have a lot to talk about, but I would just kind of jump in and have you point out some things, unless there's something else that you wanted to chat about. I didn't have, no script, nothing, just
don't need a script.
Winging it.
It's technology. It's messy.
Yeah, it is messy. I got this Sporkle thing over the side. Do you have Sporkle? What is Sporkle?
I haven't tried that yet. I've heard about it, but no idea.
I'm not going to do it yet. I have no clue what it is. It could turn my screen to spores. I don't know. Maybe a science thing. All right. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you very much for the chat. And
you're welcome.
That's the other thing you got to help me out with. You need to come up with right now a snappy way to end these little sessions, because I feel like every time. Have you ever been in a restaurant and you're you start a conversation with your waiter and you get that awkward moment where you're I want to eat now, I don't really want to talk to you anymore, and you don't know how to stop the conversation? I feel that's what it's like every time that you're doing one of these where you're recording yourself speaking, and
You could just be like, thanks everybody.
Thanks everybody. And applause. All right. Well, thank you for joining us, Mr. Gillespie, and have a great day. Thanks everybody. That sounds bad. He lifted his eyebrows at me. Okay, well, I want to thank him for helping me with this, and it's kind of weird and awkward, but for the first time having someone else and chatting with them, and we got off topic quite a bit, but I definitely appreciate having him in the conversation. I think it's more entertaining. We got more than one person speaking, so we'll try to invite him back to talk about some other things in future episodes. I appreciate all the feedback that I'm getting on these. Still feel like especially with these last two little I guess episode 3 and 3.5 with Google Hangout, I feel like that it got maybe too long, obviously, but we'll play around with that and continue to kind of adjust things. Again, this was kind of just a quick introductory guide to this, and please let me know what you think, and send me email to you can use thinkingabout.tech@gmail.com or lostinthemiddle@gmail.com if you got any ideas for future episodes or things that you would like us to go over. And we'll try to make that happen. All right. Well, thank you very much. Have a great day.